Welcome back, everybody. Today is a big video because I'm going to be showing you the new build for Double Jungle Scion in 2025. It took me a couple of weeks to figure it out, but I did it, and I promise you it is very, very strong. You've got new items, new runes, new play style, and most importantly, a higher win rate. So I hope you guys enjoy it, because in a few days, it may all be gone. But let's not dwell on that. Let's jump straight into this game where we have killed Karthus on our red side of the jungle. Graves then invades his side, which means we end up getting the entire blue side for free. Eventually, Karthus is going to come back to this side, realize it's gone, and head towards this scuttle. Earlier in this game, the Tristana had mentioned that he will drop everything to come and help me whenever I need it, and he ends up doing that, so I'm happy to just hand the gold over to him. 5 minutes into this match, and I'm already responsible for killing the enemy jungler 3 times. During that whole period, the Graves is AFK farming, and he is going to be a very strong player later in the match because of it. So far, we're having a flawless game. We're a part of 6 kills within 7 minutes. I then noticed that the Nautilus has gone to the mid lane, which means there's a free kill on this incoming Jhin. All I wanted to do was get the Ezreal on the tower, attacking it as bait, and then without a doubt, this would have been another kill. For whatever reason, the Ezreal was too afraid to stay. Maybe it's the right call, but personally, I don't agree. He was also pretty hesitant to help at level 1, so he's probably just a very safe ADC, which I don't tend to work well with. And no, even with the Karthus ult, I still think he should have stayed. At this point, I've decided I'm no longer trying to put gold onto the Ezreal. He just does not want it. So we're passing this gold off to Tristana and the Graves. By 11 minutes, I have achieved 20 stacks on the jungle item, so I swap it out now for the support item. And one of the funny things about swapping to that support item is that you actually get to keep the upgraded smite, which ultimately means that we can keep contesting this Karthus for his camps. And yes, you did see that correctly. Our smite goes invisible now. I'm not going to go into the specifics of the new double jungle in this video. I'll make a completely different one for that. You'll obviously be able to see all of them, but I just won't go into detail. If you guys get this video to 20 likes, I'll make sure to have that out to you by tomorrow. We're currently watching game number 1's first 5v5 team fight. Our team was significantly ahead in gold, and in the end, we profited even more, which made the enemy team start split pushing. They didn't want a team fight anymore, which I do not blame them for, but our team took advantage of it by going for Arakan, and from there, it was a very quick snowball. This is something you should definitely copy. Don't run the Rift Herald from a tier 2 into the inhibitor tower, as the tier 2s are actually worth more bonus gold locally, so you're going to want to clean those up first. Anyway, there wasn't much more to this one. Game number 1 ends with our team killing everyone after we got the Baron. I didn't even have any say in it. They were so fed, they did the dirty work themselves. We're now at Diamond 1, 24 LP. I've been putting a lot more time into content creation lately, and in order to make that possible, I had to find ways to save time in other aspects of my life. One of the things that really helped me achieve that is by cutting out mundane tasks such as grocery shopping. Today's sponsor, HelloFresh, helps me bring you guys content faster whilst delivering you guys with amazing recipes and food for you to eat. This is a service that I've been using for a long time just for my own personal needs, so it's awesome that they can sponsor the channel today. You simply pick the meals you'd like to cook, and then HelloFresh is going to deliver them straight to your doorstep. It's a great way for those of you who would like to streamline the process of cooking cooking, or for anyone interested in just learning how to cook. This is a great way to get started, and because they're properly portioned, you won't have to worry about messing up anything when it comes to cooking or having any leftovers that go to waste. HelloFresh have over 50 different meals to choose from that are highly customizable, so it's unlikely you won't find something that you want to cook. They're also doing a deal right now where every single order you place, you'll get a free breakfast item for life. So if you like free food, then click the link in the description or scan the QR code and you'll get 10 free meals plus the free breakfast for life while supporting the channel at the exact same time. So massive thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring our channel. Try them out today. Welcome back to game number 2. If you guys do use HelloFresh, by the way, definitely use my code as I get a percentage of the box sale, which is the easiest way to contribute to the upcoming NA trip. Eat some food, help me out. Back into this one, we are trying to invade at level 1, but getting heavily blocked by the enemy Cho'Gath. I don't know what happened. That was painful. I should have gone for the red buff, I guess, but I was trying to use it as a bait. Either way, as we're walking back to lane, I'm watching the top lane, Cassiopeia. She uses her flash, and our Graves has invaded the enemy blue side, so it wasn't a complete waste. We did get his flash, lowered his health, slowed him down, and that helped this Graves get an edge, but he's getting chased out, and he needs our help. Sadly, even though we did arrive, it was a little bit late. 2 minutes later, I head to the top lane to try and punish this Cassiopeia. Her flash isn't up for 20 seconds, so we can look to get a kill here. Impeccably timed gank, but unfortunately we do pick up the gold. I wasn't willing to risk her getting away because I wasn't 100% on her flash timer. 2 minutes later, I'm working with our Graves to contest the blue buff, which has now just spawned, and we find ourselves in a bad situation. Graves dashes forward, which puts us in an awkward spot. Both of us end up dying. I then once again get caught and hand over another kill because of the pike. It isn't looking great. Things are starting to go in the enemy's favor. By 10 minutes, our team has made multiple lane swaps. Talon is now our top laner, Vlad has gone to the bot, and Ezreal is mid. I don't particularly like having our most mobile member in the top lane, but I can abuse this to get a kill onto the Cass. The enemy bot lane at this point was doing quite well into anyone we placed in that lane, and it made them a little bit too confident. I ended up intentionally taking that kill from the Talon, and he really wasn't happy about it, but at that point he had 6 kills already. Distributing the gold makes a lot more sense to me. Plus, let's be real, if you can't carry with 6 kills this early in the game, you were never going to anyway. Despite the momentum clearly shifting, Talon is holding on to his vengeance, but that does not stop us. It was around this time, 17 minutes, when our team completely took over the game. I see MF is rotating. This starts the next major team fight, which completely shifts the momentum 100% in our favor. So I no longer go Umbral as my second item. Instead, we go for the Collector. We're focusing more on damage now. Not only did Sion get buffs in this patch, it also does seem like the Zeke's convergence no longer bugs out as frequently. Even though I doubt they did it intentionally, we will still take that as it is a dramatic difference. We're deep into the mid game, and I use the Hex Flash to jump the wall and pick off MF. This opens up the enemy's inhibitor, and then our team splits up into two. Talon and I are trying to pick up the free gold on the tier 2, and the others have started the new objective, Atakan. Kill the Atakan and clean up the rest of the enemy team, and this leaves the Baron free for us to take. Now we're just so far ahead that we're gonna brute force our way into the enemy's base. Isn't it just crazy though to see the Zeke's popping every single time we use our ultimate? I swear, for the last 7 months, it would be like every 3rd or 4th time it works. I mean, very annoying. But nowhere near as annoying as it must have been for MF to lose to us after all the shit talking. We gained 22 LP, so now we're on 52 LP heading into game number 3 of today, where once again we get contested on the invade. So far it's happened every single time where we just haven't had a clean start. We eventually fall and die, but we give the gold over to Lulu. That means Amumu doesn't get his red buff back, which is pretty decent. During that time, I'm trying to use my passive to stall him out as long as possible. Kindred has invaded his red side and he's taking the Raptors. I wanted him to go into the brush because I believe that would have baited the Amumu in to try and steal it. Either way, at this point, both Kindred and I are on 2 camps and Amumu is only on 1, and we know exactly which camp he's going to next. If we can slow down his clear time, this lets Kindred AFK farm and get a massive lead, which is likely going to win us this game. Sadly, we don't manage to steal a camp away from Amumu, but it forces him out of the blue side of the map, which puts him in direct path of our team members. He's got no flash, and at the exact time they're killing him, we're taking the rest of his blue side. By the time Mr. Amumu shows up, every single camp is gone and he is very sad. There's nothing for him to do. So as far as I'm concerned, he is out of this game. My focus now is going towards the bot side of the map. Ashe has shown to be a good player and has already picked up 2 kills by herself. Coming in absolutely clutch, Ashe manages to secure another kill. That's 2 more, so she's on 4. The only lane that isn't doing good is this Gragas. It's a 0-0 lane, but Riven had a farm lead, so I want to try and turn this lane around as well. That's 1 kill onto Gragas, another winning lane. Looking at the stats, we are in the perfect position to close this one out. The only issue I see is the enemy Mel, but surely that isn't enough for them to turn this around. But at this point, I actually didn't know how strong Mel was. I know she's been out for a while, but during that whole period, I wasn't really playing. It's really only these last 2 weeks that I started. Maybe 3, I'm not sure. Either way, I didn't respect the champion at all. I didn't think 5 kills was anything, but apparently it's enough to completely destroy Sion. That champion just executes me at insane healths. It's very frustrating. But I tried to turn it around. I wasn't too happy that she killed me, and I didn't really know how, so I figured I'd come back to the mid lane and try to kill her. And that is when I learned a valuable lesson about that champion and how far away I want to be from it. Things quickly got out of hand from that point. Ashe was caught in a 1v2. I ulted down immediately to try and save her. She was sitting on a lot of our gold, and I figured maybe we could turn it. By the time I rocked up there, she was dead. Kindred then follows in. One by one, we just hand over a lot of gold. The game, which was once a free win, then gets dragged out immensely. We're going to skip through because the scoreline stays basically the same. So we are 10 minutes in the future now, and things are very tough. We can't seem to break through the enemy because they have CC and this Mel, who is just absolutely executing everybody. Somehow we get a miracle kill onto the Mel. This is the first time she's died basically in what feels like forever. So we're trying to get something to happen here. The Baron is up, but it's kind of risky to start. But then out of nowhere, Amumu engages onto us and he miscalculates because I don't die immediately. And our team manages to pick him off. This is opening up a potential win condition for us, and we take it. We go for the Baron, which is kind of a risky play with their most fed player now being at our doorstep, trying to pick us off while we do it. But we do manage to get it, and then, luckily enough, we end up killing Mel once again. The ball, it is rolling, and it's rolling fast down this hill because the Elder Drake has just spawned, and without Mel being alive, we are able to immediately take it without any contest. Now we're just trying to push to win. Riven is trying to split, and I decide the best option is for me to go to the top lane and match her. I'm probably worth the least on this team. If I match Riven, she's one of the stronger ones. Our team should easily walk through and win this game. I was correct. That is the case. The Elder buff plus our Fed members are enough to end this one. We gain 21 LP, and we're only one game away now from Masters. In game number 4, we invade the red side for Vision. Our team ends up fighting the Jax. We don't get a kill, but because there's so much action in the top lane, I assume that Amumu has invaded our side. So what I do is, instead of walking straight in there, look at me walk in and out of this brush. I'm baiting. I figured it would be more than just Amumu though. I thought he would have his whole team in there. Turns out it's just him, and now he's on the run from us. Much like last game, I bully the Amumu onto the other side of the map. This means I secure his blue side, but it accidentally pushes Amumu into the Hecarim. Fortunately, Hecarim does escape at the cost of his flash. It wasn't all free reign for me though. The enemy bot lane has left the bot side and they're clearly coming towards me. I know this, but it's in my best interest to try and get this blue anyway. I was praying I'd be able to get it, potentially run away. Even if I just secure it, that's good enough. I do get it, end up flashing, but then there is a TF there, so my flash was realistically a waste. I should have just died. Amumu, on the other hand, has nothing to do once again, so he's trying to get a kill onto top, ends up dying to the Quinn. That starts her off on a good path. But then Jax obviously got a kill, so now I'm coming there to try and fix it. Whenever the enemy gains something, I want to try and take it away. He has no flash. I can use the Hex Flash to catch him off guard and potentially get gold. This puts another kill onto the top lane. Well, an assist. Phil gets him gold. I'm now hovering the top side, but Amumu manages to get a cheeky steal onto me. I'm pretty certain this was just luck. Works out in the end, 2 kills on the Hecarim. He then goes and gets the Void Grubs, and while he's doing that, on the other side of the map, Amumu has started the Drake. Taliyah may sneak into this brush, but she accidentally steps out of it, revealing that we are there. It would have been a perfect ambush, but then TF sees us, uses ult, and we're in an awkward fight. We end up handing over all of our bounties, but at least the silver lining is we got the Drake. There wasn't much room for me to move around this map. I can't really gank the Swain bot lane, and the mid lane was playing quite safe too, so the only option is Jax, but this opens us up to exactly what just happened, the TF ult. Fortunately, Quinn gets the kill, and that's 2, and she clears up the tower. She just got a massive gold lead, and I'm banking that she's going to carry this. The time is now 14 minutes. The next Drake has spawned. Because we had just stolen the last one, we did feel obligated to come down here and try get the next, but they catch us off guard. Hecarim ends up losing most of his health, so this play is risky, but I decided to take it because they're all funneled in a straight line. That risk paid off greatly. Not only do we end up getting a lot of gold from the kills, but we secure another win condition by picking up the next Drake too. We've fast forwarded 7 minutes into the future. The game is still even. TF has just used her ultimate to try and catch off Sivir, but she completely failed. This means a big skill of hers is down, and we should push the objective, get the Atachan. I'm spamming to get everyone over here, but the Taliyah doesn't rotate, and this allows the enemy team to engage onto her. We're now forced into this fight, and it goes very badly for us. We get wiped, and as a result, the enemy team gets to pick up the Atachan, gives them a level experience boost and everything. We're now going to fast forward. Things are looking very grim. We can't team fight anymore, so we're 1-3-1ing, and the TF just keeps picking off our members. He gets 2 in the top lane, goes to the mid, picks up another one. Now the base is wide open, and they're pushing down to get the middle inhibitor. I end up using my ult to sacrifice my life, but protecting the tower as well, which is valuable. We end up getting some useful information too. We watch them walk over to the Drake. This means we could potentially just rush this Baron. If they're at that Drake, they won't be able to get there in time, so we take the risk and it pays off. Now we have the Baron, and we have another shot at winning this game, but once again, the TF continues to pick off our team, and we're in this position where we have the Baron buff. Let's try and force and open this next tier 2. We go in, Taliyah throws the Jax in my face, locking me up. Likely we may have still been dead here, but I don't think that helped. So we die and waste the Baron buff. Quinn's trying to blame the team, but the truth is she's just splitting way too early, not letting anyone get in position. Now they open up our middle inhibitor, and yeah, it's not looking the greatest because the same thing keeps happening. I'm just kidding. We end up getting a clean ace. There's only 2 members left on the enemy team. This is for our soul point. All we have to do is group, get the soul point. But no, same thing happens. I wasn't lying. It happened again. Taliyah didn't go for the objective, ends up dying. This leaves us in an awkward spot. TF and Jax allowing them to come in and kill us. We do get the Drake, but only by luck. And we end up all dying, so I mean, come on, the Taliyah, I don't know what she's doing, man. After respawning, our team gets caught in the bot lane, and there's really nothing for us to do other than try and hold 3v5 against a Baroned up enemy team. It is an absolute miracle that we didn't lose there. They have Jax, Trundle, TF, Baron buffs. Like, how do they not end that game? Straight luck. And then I get even luckier. A perfect engage onto the Amumu. We did a really good job, the Hecarim and I, of just spacing the enemy, not allowing them to group and clump together, and we end up winning. This gets us to Masters. I hope you enjoyed the video today. The new build is absolutely popping, and in tomorrow's video, I will teach you exactly all the specifics of it. I hope you enjoy.
Y'all ain't on this level, bitches, Tilterella. Y'all can never beat them like a knock.